Welcome back to Apple Addiction. Are you looking for a smartwatch with a larger flat-edge design, an improved battery life, and new health features? If so, you may want to wait for the Apple Watch 7. Apple is fond of its yearly release schedules, and the 7th Gen Apple Watch should therefore be here soon. This next watch will almost certainly run on watchOS 8, something Apple has already unveiled, though perhaps the Watch 7 will have even more features that weren't detailed before. So in this video, we are going to discuss Apple Watch Series 7, major upgrades. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Display. The big question is, what will Apple do to the Series 7 to make it a worthwhile upgrade? Well, this brings us to a very old report from the Economic Daily News back in 2019, claiming that Apple will switch from OLED to micro-LED displays in the Apple Watch as soon as 2020, which obviously didn't happen. So, what if the Series 7 is finally getting this huge display upgrade without getting a full redesign yet? If you think about it, a new micro-LED display would go perfectly in line with Mark Gurman's report of a new flatter display with upgraded screen technology, thinner bezels, and a new lamination technique. Battery life and chip. On top of that, micro-LED will probably also improve battery life at the same time, since it's going to be more efficient. And going even further, Mark said that the Series 7 will get a new S7 chip no matter what. And it'll be the first 5nm Apple Watch chip compared to the S6, which is built on the 7nm process. This is also going to be a huge improvement for performance, while also improving efficiency, which is going to lead to a further jump in battery life. 5G, Wi-Fi 6E, and Bluetooth 5.2. Now, because of all those battery life gains from the new chip and the new display, Apple has more room to work with to enable better features like potentially 5G connectivity, while keeping the overall battery life the same as it was before. And since Mark Gurman mentioned that the Series 7 is getting a bit thicker, there's a chance that Apple is putting in an even bigger battery to help them enable 5G, because the new display itself should technically make it thinner, not thicker. Now, alongside the new chip, we should also expect Bluetooth 5.0 to match up to the new iPhone 13 and the new AirPods 3. There's also a chance that we could see the S7 chip get 2 gigs of RAM instead of 1, and we might even get Wi-Fi 6E to match up with the iPhone 13 series, because it's more efficient and it helps save battery life. All of these things together could be a big enough deal that Apple could potentially delay the full redesign that John Prosser showed off until next year. Release date and price. Apple is rumored to be hosting a big launch event on September 14, which is likely where we'll see the Apple Watch 7 debut, alongside several other top Apple products. This isn't at all surprising though, as for years now, Apple has been launching new Apple Watches in September alongside new iPhones. Even with all the disruption the pandemic caused in 2020, an end-of-year release date remained true for the Apple Watch 6. Bear in mind, this rumored date hasn't been confirmed by Apple just yet. Redesign. Back in 2018, Apple finally gave the watch a full redesign with the Series 4, giving it a much larger display with rounded corners, just like Apple gave the iPhone X. And the Series 4 also came with an awesome-looking rear sensor array as well. But ever since then, the Apple Watch updates have been quite a bit disappointing. In 2019, the Series 5 simply got a boost in storage, and it added an always-on display, and that's basically it. And because of that, many people stuck to the Series 4. And then, last year, Apple revealed the Series 6, and the 2 stand-up features were the red and blue color options, as well as the new blood oxygen sensor. Of course, there were also small updates like the faster S6 chip, their brighter always-on display, the always-on altimeter for elevation tracking, and the new U1 ultra-wideband chip. But in reality, none of those new updates really changed that much for regular Apple Watch users, which was, again, pretty disappointing. And now, we're expecting the Series 7 in less than a month. Back in May, John Prosser revealed renders of a redesigned Apple Watch, which looked absolutely fantastic, matching up to the design of the iPhone 12 lineup, which makes perfect sense. The renders even include a new layout for the speakers, featuring 2 thin and long strips on the side. And John says it's a weird change, but that's exactly what we saw in the leaked CAD files. And just the other day, those actual CAD files that John used were leaked by 91mobiles.com, showing basically the same design that John's render showed off, even down to those new speaker slots, which make his leak from back in May seem totally legit. And just by looking at those CAD files, it seems like the current Apple Watch bands will fully support this new Apple Watch design, which makes it even better. Since the Series 4 got to redesign the year after the iPhone X did, it kinda makes sense for the Series 7 to get a redesign right now. Because the iPhone 12 was fully redesigned last year, which was a very good point that Zone of Tech brought up in his recent video. We don't think Apple would want the watch to stick to the old design, while the iPhone will be getting the new flat design for the second year in a row. On top of that, John Prosser was able to get his hands on those CAD files way back in May. So if they were actually for the next year's Series 8, that would have been very unrealistic for him to get his hands on them so early. And one important detail to mention is that 91 Mobiles leaked those CAD files while also claiming that they're for the Series 7. So their confidence shows that they probably know for sure that it's for the Series 7 and not for the 8. Going deeper, Mark Gurman said we should expect new functions, like sensors, to come next year. Improvements. Now, going back to a report from Mark Gurman in March, he said that Apple is considering a new Apple Watch model with a rugged casing aimed at athletes, which would be perfect to launch alongside the redesigned watch. And then in June, Mark reported that we should expect updated screens and performance this year, and then new functions next year. He also mentioned that we should expect better wireless connectivity and new ultra-wideband tech, which will probably be the YouTube chip. And then finally, just a few days ago, Mark reported that he expects a bit of a redesign on the Apple Watch with flatter displays and updated screen technology, using a new lamination technique to get the display closer to the covered glass. First off, when John Prosser revealed the Apple Watch redesign renders back in May, he said that his source didn't tell him whether this was the Series 7 or not. So it was totally possible that the renders could be of the Series 8. On top of that, in Mark Gurman's June 14th report, he mentioned that the new Extreme Sports models aren't planned until next year, and he believes that those models will be more rugged, giving the Apple Watch a rubberized casing, making it more resistant to damage. And in reality, the easiest way to implement the rubber casing in an effective manner would be if the design had flat sides and a flat display, just like John Prosser showed off, allowing Apple to give the casing a raised edge to help it avoid display glass damage. And even going deeper, a Gurman report from a few days ago, he mentioned that the Apple Watch is getting a bit of a redesign, which is odd because when he talks about other products like the iPad Mini 6, he claims that it'll be getting a full redesign, but not this time. So there is a chance that Apple could hold off on the redesign until next year, when they also reveal the new models. And the really weird thing is that Mark Gurman said that the Series 7 will be a bit thicker than the Series 6. And this detail is very important, because the leaked CAD files by 91 Mobiles claim that the redesigned watch will be 1.7 millimeters thinner, which goes against what Mark Gurman said about it actually being a bit thicker. What is your opinion about the Apple Watch Series 7? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.